This video is going to take you through doing the assembly of your parts for the house project. So if I bring all my parts back in, turning the eye on for each of them, you can see they're all on top of each other, kind of in the way a little bit. You can't actually move any of them because they are still bodies. So what we need to do right now is change them all into components. So we secondary click on the bodies folder and create components from bodies. Now, because we named the bodies, the name carries on through to the component, which is very important that we name them correctly. So now I can move things off, move them around, and we've got all of our parts there. First thing I'm going to do is ground the yellow block. So I'll find it over in the browser here, secondary click, ground that part. Now, if I zoom out, I can move everything else, but the main block, yellow one, stays where it is. So, actually, before we join these, we should make them all the correct color that they need to be. So, we're going to go up to Modify, we're going to go to Appearance, and we should see a window here. So I think we'll just go with plastic for everything. You don't have to make it plastic, but I will. So we'll go to plastic and we want a translucent. We want a blue. So I'm just going to grab that blue and that's going to go on the blue block, like so. We're going to take the red and put that on the roof. And we're going to find a yellow, make the two yellow ones yellow, just by dragging and dropping. And the last was green, so we need to find a green. There we go. And like so. So we've now got them all the correct color. We can just go ahead and close. You can see now that all the ones that are in this design will appear here. Okay, so I'm just going to hit close. And now we can begin to join the parts together. So we've got the base grounded, and this piece here is going to slide in that hole there, but it's in the wrong orientation. So we're going to go up here to Assemble, go to Joint, and this is where it's going to ask you whether you want to keep them in the position they're in or move them back to the original position you drew them in. That's what this dialog box is asking you. If I hit continue, everything will move back to its original place, which is not what we want. Can be very useful to get everything back where you made it though. So at this case, we're just going to hit capture position though. And we are going to select center of this point here, that line there, and that matches up with the center of that line there. Now that's the wrong way around, so I'm just going to hit flip, and that we're happy with. Yep, I'm just going to hit OK. Now you'll notice at the bottom we have the joint visible there. Okay. So if we did want to change joint, we could just secondary click there and edit that joint. Okay. So the next piece we're going to bring in is this one, and it slides in this hole there. So we'll go back up to Assemble, Joint, Capture Positions. I'm going to take the center of that line there with the center of that line there. It's on the wrong side, so we're going to flip that. Actually, it needs to be around the other way. So I'm going to click on this arrow here. And that is not working. So we're going to try a different method. So this part here, All I did was cancel that, and we'll try and find a different way to get it together. Joint, capture position, center of that line now with the center of this one, and that's much better. I'm going to click OK. And we've done many different types of joint. I'm going to try now to do a different one. Instead of doing a line, we're going to, joining two lines, we're going to join those two circles together. So I'm going to capture positions, and I'm going to take the center of this circle here and join it with the center of this circle here. And then click OK. Now, you see there's something wrong here, and it turns out I've made a mistake on my yellow block. So you need to fix that. And this is why it becomes very important to name your parts. So the yellow block main, you can see it's not coming down far enough. So I'm going to find the yellow main one, secondary click, edit the feature, and you see there's no dimension between that line and there. You will know from your drawings that that should be 10. So I'm going to click on that line there, 12 rather, to there. That should be 12. And then if I finish the sketch, the assembly updates correctly. Now, I need to join the last part in. And I just want to show you what can happen if you do it in the wrong order. I'm going to hit joint, and I'm going to select this circle here and join that to that circle there. It's moved that into position, but then when I click OK, it's going to bring it back. Now that works, but it's always just more useful if you think about it that the one you click on first is the one that will be moving. So if we're happy with that, we can hit save. Okay, and let's just hit the house to see the view. Okay.